I was always the last one in anyway.
Would you do the honors for Wilson? Just right there.
No, I always sat in the front row.
I sat over there.
I always sat right here. Rick Crooker was always sitting right here, and I'd watch him do his report.
Great.
Get it?
Well,
We had to
and I was still in college. I started.
Is that where you sat?
You know where everything
Started teaching.
I sat right there. I remember sitting at the
Okay, that was your I was over here somewhere.
I remember sitting on this side. I was here.
Sit on the back, on the
Is your son?
wall.
That's my son.
Dave-
This is where your
Dave
dad
up-
taught me, right here. This was great. Where'd you sit? You know, I remember you.
Hi, this is where I sat. Yep, your dad was a wonderful teacher too.
Sandra Ellis
Where's your
said,
lecture?
Really enjoyed it.
Just shoot that thing back and forth. Time and time of day, all the time. Tell me.
I know it's like it when you drop films.
Let's expound on Romans 8.
Ken, tell us the one about the guy
Romans 8. Let's try that one. That's right. Romans 8.
Don't you remember? The guy went to heaven and the angel came and told him that asked what he was doing. He says, I want to fish.
Yeah.
The fish story?
This is hell.
I know. Fish.
No, fish.
How many of your parents freaked out when we went home and told them that he was playing as Jesus Christ Superstar?
Oh, I remember that, yeah.
Or did you tell your parents?
You remember working on that?
Yeah.
I remember that very plainly. Yep. And I remember that was important because it was the first time I realized the political consequences of that story. Because there is that dimension to it that you never, we never hear in evidence sources.
It was important to me because it was the first time that I heard somebody that was an authority and a religious authority in my life take rock and roll seriously. And so that meant a lot to me.
I was having a hard time with that with Tommy the Who.
I'll tell you what I liked the best was the little book that we studied from Billy Graham's thing about how to be Christian without being religious.
I still have.
I still have that book.
Yep. That's the book that I remember.
You know, Dan, that was thinking of being a worker for the church taking rock music seriously, I took my leave of absence.
Yeah.
But that wasn't having to do with that.
No. I can still remember reading The Mortal, the Christian, and the Swamp.
How about the
I remember that.
little graph on there of the up and down walk of the Christian life and being cut off? Now, is that person lost or is that?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah, oh boy.
And we went around a lot.
We had a
about
big
that.
argument.
Yeah.
And then there was always the condition about it's probably fatalistic, but it was the aspect of I don't know that we could comprehend quite a Savior, but it seemed like there was something more of condemnation. I can't quite be good enough to be saved. Was seemed to be, they come out in different words, but in essence that's what it is. And always having to deal with that aspect of it.
Oh, I know what he was talking about. Remember we were talking about the Adventist version of the gospel as opposed to is that what you're referring to? As opposed to so many people have the once saved, always saved.
Yes.
Right.
No matter what I do.
Right.
And I said, we have cooked up a better version, never quite saved at all.
Yeah.
Right. Yes, I remember.
Yeah. Thanks for bringing that up. Yeah.
It's great.
See, where's my notes?
I still have all of my notes from Bible class on Gary.
Do you really?
Yes. And I used
A few more times.
I used them in a sermon a few weeks ago.
Are they still using the those 4 booklets for the senior year?
They are, but they're rewriting them. They're coming out again starting next year and the year after. They're starting with the 9th grade on up. But
Really?
they're trying to revise them. We never used those with him.
I still don't. Well, I use
We had them though.
No, we didn't.
Oh, here, it's gonna happen.
But if you guys,
He bought us his own books, like we had that,
He gave us
How to
several
Be Christian Without Being Religious.
Yeah.
Tom,
and
take it,
about
Tom,
the-
take it.
the-
Oh, you don't have
What
to
was that
carry
one?
This was our religion room with.
I just remember there was those four series of booklets. One was on family, or one was on,
I don't even remember buying those, because I kept most of my books. There was that one with that Walter Trobish wrote about I Loved a Girl.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that one?
I still have it, yeah.
Yeah.
Can't you guys keep them?
I got it.
Still have
Read it for your kids. I still have it.
nowhere really lost.
Well, you know, if you were taking this class today, you would not only have to get married, which we still do, except this year, you're going to have to help me out. I have a senior class that I have 10 guys and 5 girls.
Society.
Teach them polyandry here, should we? Yeah, right.
Just make sure none of the guys get in.
So anyway, not only do they have to balance budgets now, but they have to, the girls have to, well, the guys too.
Only in
They
the
have to
academics.
carry babies.
Yeah, we did that at our school last year. The girls had to carry 5-pound flour sacks for 2 weeks. All of the kids did. They had to change their diapers every other hour. And if they were babysitting them, they had to. This is my health teacher.
Too weird.
My health teacher did that with them last year.
That way they see there's something.
And one of the kids got
Yeah, they
messed up his baby and they had to take him to court for child abuse and they tried him. He had to do community service for 2 weeks at school.
We have tried flour sacks, I've tried kittens, although that didn't work well because I got some nasty calls from parents who said, have you ever thought of allergies? My kid has one, so take the cat back. We had girls that were crying at the end of 3 weeks saying, I can't give up my child. I want to keep my little kitty. So I went to water balloons.
Oh, hell, it's,
We tried that. The next thing I'm trying this year is anatomically correct dolls. I just can't wait to hear it. The problem is these kids will try to pass off the babies to the elementary school, and so I'm still wondering a little bit what we're going to do with
Well,
this.
we only had so many hours a day you could babysit them, and they had to pay them something for the
Well,
babysit.
we still have.
Wow.
How are the kids thinking these days?
How are they thinking?
Yeah, are they? Is there any
no.
kind of a spiritual?
Well, I shouldn't say no. Many don't want to think.
Yeah.
You know,
Are
just
they any different from us?
many,
what's? Just tell me the answer.
They just want to fill it out in the worksheet.
If they're an answer.
Be done.
Yeah, they want to
Give me a
be
worksheet and let me
entertained,
fill in the
but
blank.
they
and that's
Well,
it.
but you see, they can't read either because they've grown up with television.
Yes,
So I shouldn't say
exactly.
can't,
That's
but they
what I
don't
mean.
like to
They're
read
entertained.
very well. I mean, I could assign you guys go home and read a book in a couple of weeks, come back and let's discuss it. And in 2 weeks' time now, it's often, what did I do? Do you have another book? I've lost my book. I don't know where my book is.
You guys remember
Whatever. But then
senior
we've got
year
some
deal
students
file?
like my own
Yeah.
who really challenge the teacher every day to stay one step ahead of them.
Stan Hart.
Wow.
That was something.
What a difference.
I taught Stan Hart's kids.
Now, Christopher, over there are the first 2 examples that the Bible curriculum in marriage pays off. It worked. And I think you were the first of because Marcia and Delmer got married from the first class, but
Yeah, but they've been going forever anyway.
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't have anything to do with that. I'm not sure I can do with this. Really, think about it.
Did you know they were flirting before you gave them that register?
same place they always do.
You know, I don't recall.
Rick and I knew because Mayor was always so late for work.
that's right. You know, it takes a long time to drive her home.
Oh, man. This class, remember this is where we came for lunchroom.
Oh,
We
yeah.
had-
Yeah.
Well, that's what that kid in trouble.
Yeah, oh, yeah, remember that time she was eating that apple?
They were gone.
Who was the teacher? Was it Kim?
Kelly, or
You guys are freshman year, wasn't it?
No, he was a substitute.
Substitute, okay.
Yeah.
I remember that. Boy, I'll tell you what.
Was that like?
Elder Hilliard was here substituting for him one day, and Becky was trying to finish up an apple. And
What happened?
Becky, tell us. What happened?
I'll never forget that. How he made you tell.
Yeah, I was gone, I didn't hear them.
What happened?
He just told it off. Yeah.
Well, she talked all the time.
Then he wanted me to throw my apple away.
She'd only taken one bite.
I said no.
So you got sent to the office?
Yes.
For not wanting to waste the apple?
First thing an apple. And she turned around and came right back in, and then he knocked her down again. Yes.
All the fun happens when I'm gone.
He was down in Texas.
As I can recall, now, Dale was always got these big books open in class. Like he was studying and actually was designing
Yeah, you're right.
electronic equipment.
Yeah.
Isn't that right?
Oh, yeah, you've always been into that.
And was it Rick and Maynard and Bruce
Remember that
were
shop you
always
had
drawing?
downtown back then?
Bruce and Rick were.
Oh, that's right.
Who was the other
Rick
guy?
had the graphic.
Oh, they were cartoons.
Oh, cartoon, yes. Bruce and his cartoons, yeah.
What was his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were thinking.
And do you all remember the time that we brought in the blind pianist and sent him to Dan's
Yes.
house? For
Yeah,
yeah.
Russell.
Yes, I
Russell.
remember him.
Russell.
I remember the jokes he was telling.
Yeah.
He came to me Sabbath morning. I mean, we're talking here about deep theological material. He came to me Sabbath morning. He says, "He's got the Beatles' White Album memorized."
He did. He did.
Memorized it. He's just sitting
That
home.
sounds just like
I'll tell you, Ken, one of the biggest impacts of any film that you ever showed to us was The Innkeeper.
Yeah.
Oh.
The what?
The Innkeeper.
You know, I haven't showed that for 10 years because I can't find a copy.
Really?
Yeah.
That went along with
Really?
us. That's the
That
one
was-
that I was thinking of. I was thinking.
Yeah. And then that one about that boy who was daydreaming all the time about the different things. He was a rock guy, star, and then he was daydreaming all these different activities and not getting his work done or whatever, and couldn't live in reality.
And Jan Pedersen, your helper, you were always in here.
Oh, that's right.
You were, I would come in here during your debates over Simon and Garfunkel and whether or not that was real bubblegum music.
Oh,
With
yeah, I
Jan?
remember we talked
Jan,
about
yeah,
Yeah.
The one on the band?
Talking about Bridge Over
Oh,
Troubled
who is it? Peterson?
no, Pedersen.
Long red hair? No,
Yeah,
that
long
was-
red hair.
Yeah, oh yeah,
I
Jan.
thought it was Peterson.
Peterson.
Well,
Peterson.
whatever.
Was it
Most of us said
Peterson?
Peterson. Yeah.
Peterson.
Oh, I remember.
Jan.
Remember our junior year, we went to the junior senior banquet?
Oh,
We
she
couldn't finish the
is.
movie because it was too long, so we all came in here for lunch the next day. and
Oh, yes.
Finished our banquet. I took Barb to that.
73.
The movie was Constantine and the Cross.
Fucking man.
Your junior year? Must have been your
Yeah,
junior year.
it was junior year. Yeah.
And we finished it in here.
I
We finished
remember,
it in
it was
here.
too long, we couldn't finish it
couldn't
at the
finish it.
banquet.
Holtz chose that movie. He didn't let us choose the one really that we wanted. He chose that.
I remember
What did we
going out
want?
there and decorating out there
Huh?
at the,
What did we want?
I don't know, but there was
Yeah.
a couple of us who
Was it
wanted
the-
some
what?
other ones.
Village Inn.
the Village Inn.
Village
There you
Inn,
go.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the guy came in and shut us down.
Yeah.
Late. Time to go.
I remember I had to go buy the
You
vegetarian
guys
stuff
remember
because they
Dr.
didn't know
Thomas?
what to fix it, so we had
I
tender
remember
bits. We had to get all that stuff for them because they didn't know anything about
Yeah.
vegetarian stuff.
Yeah,
Bunch
we
of us
saw
were
all
out there
those little pieces.
decorating. Who was out there decorating? You out there, Debbie?
I was out
Was
there.
that when you had
Yeah.
the big beach
There was the custodial parties with Larry Hopkins.
Probably.
curls?
Yeah. Yeah, I only worked for 1 year. But that was in the theater. But the senior year, when Ken gave me his keys, that Saturday night for our class trip, and we all came over, and we went into the chapel and turned all the chairs around, put the thing on the
Oh,
podium,
yeah, I
and then he brought us donuts.
Yeah, you know, I had to turn those chairs back around.
You were with us on our class
Oh,
trip.
yeah,
The custodians did because they were having that
that's
class.
because we had a meeting the next day. We did all that, and I fed you for doing it.
Yeah. You gave me your keys the night before, Saturday night, and then we got up there about 4:30 or 5. Were you up there? And then coming back from the snow skiing trip, was it Schwartz's or hers? The Schwartz's lost their drive.
Yeah, I was laying on there, got up, sat on the seat, bang! Raised up the center.
Where you been?
Yeah.
Where I'd been.
Yeah, right when
Bruce
we
did.
did
No, he left.
No,
His dad, though, had
he didn't want Bible class again today.
There's an empty seat.
We'll go sit in it.
For you. John, you sit in the
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what, really, I think we really owe it to you a lot, because most of our class today are very strong in their relationship with Jesus, and we really owe a lot of that.
Yes, definitely.
Well, you were one of the classes that kept me in teaching. Because you don't do it for the money.
Amen, amen.
But then the kind of fun and growth that we had not only in class, but you've had since through your lives. That's not the kind of the thing that there's no comparison in money to that.
There is.
There really is, and that's the real benefit. Any of you teach? Any of you teachers? Yeah. Okay. The two of you. Well, you know that that's the case then, and hopefully when your own children get into high school, you'll.
Yeah.
Well, that's right. I'm talking to a 20-year class. When your grandchildren get encourage them to support the teachers like you did, because that's what
And
helps.
respect.
Well, I can remember, I came here in the 4th grade year. We had Mrs. Adair. I don't know.
Oh,
I
yeah,
taught
I
her
know
when I
she
was
was
there.
there.
She was, my own
She
experience,
was-
she was a wonderful teacher.
She was.
But,
She was so warm.
There were aspects of this class that I remember, and one of them was, it must have been 2/3 of the way through the year or whatever, and you could tell that it was taking its toll on Mrs. Adair, and we as a group got together and did something special
Yeah,
for her.
we bought some.
And-
She was sick for about 2 or 3 weeks that one time.
Yeah, and when we got something special for her, and I remember her saying that this was worth more than anything that she had paid or otherwise that she had done. But I remember that with this group.
Yeah.
Tell you what, we've had a lot of good teachers in this system coming up.
Yeah.
When you think about it, I mean, we made fun of some of them, like Mrs. Reed, she always went to sleep. But she was a loving teacher, and, Mr. Oliver, Ms. Tompkins, Mr. Barnett, Mr. Peterson, all those guys in the grade school.
You missed that?
Well,
We have to pay penance for that someday. Who had Miss Douglas for 1st grade? Oh, Miss Douglas?
She put the hammer lock in your neck in the back of the room.
Yes, I have Miss Douglas for 1st grade. You had Miss Douglas.
and Mrs. Speak, the 3rd grade.
Yeah, great.
Some of you had her again for 6th grade, didn't you?
5th grade.
5th grade? I thought,
We had her.
okay, that's right.
Maybe.
And the other one was
I was in
Speak,
low grade
and,
school.
5th and 6th grade combination. The other 6th grade teacher that year was Miss Reed.
6th grade.
Now, there was a 4th and 5th grade combination.
That was
and we
Mrs.
had
Higbee
Mrs.
too.
Adair.
Right, and we had Mrs. Adair that year.
I was
Jeannie
Mrs.
Gimmel
Higbee.
was in with you guys.
Yeah, that's right.
She's in Salt Lake City now. She's in my conference, yeah. She's a doctor.
You remember the school picnic that year?
I'll
never forget it. Mrs. Adair's room had an all-boys team, and Rodney Opp was the pitcher. He had sunglasses on. And here we had the girls and the boys from the combination room, and we waxed you guys.
I remember
Those girls were hit.
I remember there was a year that we were 7th and 8th graders, and Perry was pitching, and the 7th graders were playing the 8th graders, and we waxed them that year. Perry was our pitcher.
Remember the Pioneer, when we went out to,
Pioneer Village.
I do too, I should have run, that was our 8th grade.
That was fun. Barbara and.
Most of us,
We started first grade.
Yeah, in fact, I think.
And we teach every once in a while, but let us have class out in the back lawn in the springtime.
What's
Is
that?
that Miss Carter?
Oh,
Well, let's have
let us have
English
class.
out in the
Oh,
back.
I remember
You
that.
Was that-
did. Go ahead, Miss Carter.
No.
Yeah.
Was that Mrs. Smith there?
Okay, good, okay, we had Mrs. Thayer was first, and the second semester, no, Mrs. Smith was the next year. So I was the first semester. Lynette Reiner was the second semester, and then Mrs. Smith for the first semester, and then the second semester that year was that college. I remember we had all teased about me and Lynette Reiner. And then we had Miss Carter for the last 2 years. But you know, I learned a lot. I learned enough from Miss Carter that I left out my college English with them.
You know, walk.
Good old Paul, where's Paul Jackson?
Oh, he didn't come today. Oh, I wish he would have. There's a couple of that give
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it wasn't right.
I'm getting as many as you have.
This is more than most groups ever get.
I'll tell you,
We have
I'm
to give
just so
Daryl the
excited.
credit for calling
Yes.
everybody up, and Maynard for writing everything.
Yes, maybe
Lots of
good
credit.
job, Daryl.
You all have to plan your schedules already for
5 years.
98.
Yeah,
5
what is
years.
that?
So do you really remember that? I know.
Absolutely.
Oh, I remember.
I did the same thing in every class. I mean, I think the first class I had that day was the senior class, because Delmer and
Delmer and Marcia were sitting there.
sitting right up here, they were kind of looking at me, sitting like this.
Teresa and I went up.
This must be an item here.
Teresa and I went to our banquet our freshman year together, and Delmer and Marcia sat with us, and they talked the whole time, and Teresa and I didn't say a word.
And you know what I remember? I still have my dress. Daryl couldn't drive, his mother took us, and he took me home, and his mother went, walk her to the door.
I never had a date before.
Yeah, a couple of years.
What's that?
Until you got wheels, that was kind of serious, wasn't it?
I wish I still had my old 53 Plymouth
And my mom,
flag car.
my mom always said, don't pin on her massage. Give it to the mother and let the mother.
I bought him a wrist massage. This is amazing.
Hey, I won't ask you what color my dress was.
Green.
Yellow.
Yellow. My picture must have faded. And I remember next year I got the Light Smith and Orchid. She had a lavender dress.
Wait a second. Weren't you the guy that said you didn't date anybody else but your wife last night? You guys?
For our
Something like that.
continuous dating time.
Oh.
That's the one night stand, you know, he didn't
Wait,
count those.
You didn't count, you don't count.
Steady. Did you ask me?
What?
Remember when we were over at your house and sang Mansion over the Hilltop?
Oh, that was in 6th grade. Yeah, we did it for that, the Barron Brothers
Right.
evangelistic
And we had
crusade.
phone called your church.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that. That was.
I remember walking up on the stage and I tripped over the bass viol that was sitting out there on the way up to the stage.
That's an old church.
That was the
It was the old church, yeah.
Yeah.
There was about eight of us.
Yeah, you were 10 of us.
Rodney Wedgie was playing the
Yeah,
piano.
Rodney was playing.
I was directing.
Arthur McMullen was.
And you were there, and
singing.
Bruce was singing with us.
Uh-huh.
Who else? Barbie, you're singing with us, weren't you?
Yeah,
And
Barbie.
Dana Pottery.
Then we went up in front of College View Church.
We always used to go to the nursery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the
Yeah.
nursing
Yeah.
home.
Oh, yeah.
Sing
Sunday.
We were always good with special music.
Yeah, Chuck, and he plays guitar now and then. Down there.
Banjo, was it?
it. I remember Action Team. I used to,
Yeah, my guitar.
do you remember Action Team?
Yes.
Koinonia?
Koinonia.
Means fellowship or something
Fellowship,
in
uh-huh.
Greek. And I remember going to some churches to play, and I remember always having a bad experience with Action Team because I thought I was a pretty good guitarist, and it seemed like I got vibes from Mr. Wilson that he didn't want me to play guitar.
Me?
Yeah, I even brought my guitar a couple of times, and I just got these vibes that I wasn't supposed to be playing, and I thought I was getting pretty good. And
Well, we had a whole bunch of us that used to play, and none of us knew the chords. And when we'd look at his guitar to see if we were playing the right chord or whatever, you know. And then if we didn't, we just feel like we were strumming until we got to the chord. Remember going out to the prison at York?
Yeah, I
Women's
remember
prison?
that.
Yeah. And Carol
We went out
Fugi.
twice, didn't we go out there
and
twice?
Then we
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, we had to go through those corridors.
He told us guys to watch
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah,
Do
boy.
you still have Action Team? The kids still interested in doing stuff like that?
It's a class we have now, and we go to churches and so forth. We haven't gotten out to prison recently, unless you want to call first grade. Elementary school. But yeah, we do it through that form, but it's not the same thing as we had here. I miss it. I think the kids would like to do it.
Grace and Norman, you guys remember our brass quintet thing or whatever, and you guys played the timpani and Bruce
Bruce and I were talking about that this
Bruce
morning.
and Norman and Chuck and I
And Gwen,
and
she played the, what did
we
you,
had-
the percussion,
I remember I always had to play the French horn part because we didn't have a French horn, I always had to transpose it.
Right, they didn't have French horn, didn't they ask you to learn or something?
Well, we had,
They didn't have
we
one.
had Thayer from the college play with us occasionally.
Joni.
Joni
A
Thayer.
couple of
There,
times, yeah.
Of course, she does.
Our band was really little. I was working
Well-
with Melinda when she got it.
Were you?
Oh.
since you remember so many
Did you
things,
ever?
do you remember who gave us our week of prayer? Like I think our sophomore year.
Sophomore year was Elder Chinook,
Jameson?
or Jameson. Freshman, one.
Didn't we have 2 weeks of prayer, one at the beginning, one at the end?
Yeah.
I think it was the one at the
Yeah.
end.
Okay.
It wasn't James, I don't think.
We had Ponder, didn't we have Ponder one year?
Ponder did it.
That was the senior year.
Senior
It's in the
year,
annual.
That one year though that he was here late at night, was that Elder Jameson, everybody coming?
Jamerson.
We had
James-
Prof
and
Wilson
that-
was mine.
Yes.
He does.
Right.
Brother James.
They call him Prof Wilson. Isn't that what-
Right.
Yeah, he was a
Blind
blind
individual.
individual.
Is that what he says?
It was he and Ponder too, was the senior year.
Okay.
Yeah, because that was the only year you were here.
Arthur Halpin at one year,
Talk about
they
it.
called it a spiritual emphasis week
Right.
instead of week of prayer.
That was our freshman year, wasn't it?
I don't recall.
I just have been trying to.
California? Did you get a better opportunity than that?
I'm not sure
What
why
part did you
I
go to?
left the first time. I had a friend out there who had gone out, helped him with a week of prayer, and they had an opening, an opportunity, and to go out. And I said, "Yeah, come out, Johnny, come out." So you guys left. What else? It was Orange County. It was Orange County.
Oh, Orange, oh, sure.
Orange
Orange County.
When he
I
came
know.
back after that, and he said Jack Provencher was instrumental in his understanding on righteousness by faith, because I came back and had talk with you on that
Right.
when I was visiting one time.
Yeah. So that was really helpful to me those years in California, because that gave me an opportunity to get some things that I had not had in the seminary. I hope has made a difference in some of my teaching since I was here the first time. But I don't recall. I wasn't trying to run away from anything particularly. But tried to get back then eventually, which we did. Able to come back with family. And I don't know. Obviously we weren't, because I didn't have a house open. But we've done that with the kids since we got married. Is have them over, sometimes through the week, or I get together. We did that in California quite a bit. But then of course we have our own kids now, so that hasn't happened for a while. But your memories are a lot better than mine.
Well, Daryl, I said Daryl has been very comfortable there. think. He's got a great memory.
How many remember the school song?
I do.
Is it the one that's the phrase of CVA, shall forth her honor true, set the earth reverberating with these her students do. CVA
Stands for right and
always be true. Caregiver, whatever you do, love her and loyalty. We love her, our CVA. Yeah. Do it one more time. Boy and I have tried it. We can only remember the first half.
Okay.
Sing the praise of CVA, show forth her honor true. Set the earth reverberating with these her students do. CVA stand for right and always be true. Never give up whatever you do. Laud her and loyal be, for we love her, our CVA. Yeah! Now say.
Okay, remember that.
Yeah, I gotta show
Can I bear the message?
Wherever you need it.
I've still got a copy of Larry's great song.
Who wrote that?
Ken Downing and all those guys got together.
Didn't you all kind of write that?
What's that?
Did you say you had copies of the song?
Do you?
Of our 8th grade class song. No, I was just singing our song here.
Well,
That
the
was our
CVA
song.
song, I would love
The
to
school
have
has
that.
forgotten.
You don't know it?
Yeah, they just really don't. They don't know.
Did you hear singing it?
No staff
Did you
member,
know
nobody
singing it?
remembers it.
Yeah. How did the 8th grade song go? The class of '69 is marching on to glory. Christ has given us the power, and we will. He's calling. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I remember we had
Roger Wetchy helped write it, didn't he?
Yeah.
And Downing, and I know Roy and I were working on it.
Oh,
Yeah. That's the other one.
I would love to sing him.
Oh man, I wish.
Well, he'll be here next time because he's going to the seminary this year, and he said he'll be definitely drive down from Michigan.
Oh, he
next
will.
time.
Oh,
Who was that?
Roy
Roy.
Day. Remember Roy?
Roy Dean.
Next year, or 5 years from now.
5 years from now. Yeah.
We hope that you enjoyed this remembrance of the reunion of the class of '73 at CVA back in October. For those of you that were there, you know what a wonderful time it was. And for those of you members of the class who couldn't make it, I wanted to say on behalf of all of us that we are really looking forward to seeing you on the 25th anniversary of this class in 1998. We had a wonderful time, as some of this video has shown to you, but it would have been a lot better if each and every one of you who was a part of this class could have been there. We hope you'll make the effort to come. We want to wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We want you to know that all of the love that we sensed and felt from God and from each other, we hope we can share with you personally someday, but for now at least through this little video. And we hope that you have a Merry Christmas and join us again for that reunion. And if you can't make it to that next 25th reunion, we hope that you will make it together with all of us around the tree of life in God's kingdom.
Thank you.